What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are taking a look at the price of Bitcoin. I'm going to talk about the probabilities that could happen here in the next coming hours and days. If we were to lose this major level, to understand if it is going to be a successful breakout, or are we going to fake out from it and then get a major rally? Also, a big important level of resistance that if we do reclaim it and flip it as support, we are likely to create some new highs. We take a look at Ethereum because Ethereum likely to hit $3,400 in the next couple of weeks, purely based on FOMO on a potential spot ETF approved in May. We're taking a look at the liquidity and some very interesting news that is going on, guys. So make sure to stay tuned till the very end. Quick reminder, we have partnered with Bybit. You do get the best bonus available down below in the description, guys. So make sure to click the link down below. And if you cannot trade on Bybit based on restrictions, you got 𝗬𝟎, which is a no KYC. You also have that in the second link, guys. Let's go right away here with the price action of Bitcoin. Understand here why this $50,700 range is holding very nicely as support, just getting a few wicks beneath that level and maintaining the support level. Well, if we go to the daily chart and zoom out here to 2021, we can see that that was a huge major level. We had multiple days here closing and opening here at the $50,700 range. If we go to the weekly chart, we can also see that that was a weekly close and open. So this is currently this level here from December of 2021 is where we are bouncing here on the price of Bitcoin during the last week, as you can see. So this is no doubt a big level of support. You might think, hey, this is a double top right there. We are going to be breaking down in the next coming days, and it's going to be brutal, because you might think that the double top target, of course, is getting the width of the double top, and the breakdown should take you down to the low $48,000 range. But there is the next scenario, of course, that we have been talking about here in the video updates and live streams, where we could see this as a 1 wave, 2 wave, and 3 wave right there, and we are still inside of the 4th wave, forming a possible flat, and we could have that explosive move to the upside. Now, of course, we could break down and form an aggressive drop. That 4th wave corrective move can go all the way down to $47,500. That is where we do have the 50% Fibonacci, which is a common target as well for a possible 4th wave. However, when we do take a look at the price action from the last week, where we've had this high right over here, movement down, a move up with a fake out double top, and now this move to the downside, a possible ABC flat scenario is on the cards. Now, could we go to lower levels? Absolutely, yes. The common target for a flat here, taking a look at this as an A wave, a B wave, could be in between 1236 and 1382, which is just sitting at $49,900. Now, this zone is where we had the massive level of resistance. Now, if we do take a look at the volume profile, we can see that we have a high volume node right over here that is sitting at $49,900 range. That would be the target zone for a possible flat. So this reaction at this level is extremely important. If we were to consolidate here for several hours, I can say that the probability in getting a massive bounce to the upside and breaking above the lows is a high probability, guys. Now, if we do analyze the situation here with the breakdown and we start having some massive volume here kicking in, breaking down and just going to $49,000 and the low $48,000 range, of course, then there will be nothing to do here at this range. We need to see the reaction. Trading is not based on predictions. We are going to go to the upside. We're going to go to the downside. It's having those levels. If we have to the downside, get some reactions and take an informed decision here with very good risk management. That is all what it takes, because I have people here in the comment sections, of course, saying, you know, randomly up and down. No, it's what if we do come down, hit these levels and form the reaction, then we can analyze the situation at that level so to take that trading decision, right? Trading is not based on we are going to go up to $55,000. We are going to dump to $30,000. No, it's depending on how we break down. Is there going to be high volume? Analyze this local situation. We'll be still forming CVD divergence here, bullish ones, creating aggressive lower lows. Are we going to take a reaction here at this level where we do have a high volume node? Then we're going to have to check the reaction. We have the reaction. We're possibly good here to see a double, triple bottom and get the epic bounce. Okay, extreme important level for Bitcoin to hold is that 50,000, 49,900 range, give or take $100 or two, because of the wicks and volatility, and just wait patiently for that reaction. Of course, if we were to break down here very aggressively, then I would be looking here possibly for that 50% Fibonacci from the wave 2 here. If we do take that Fibonacci from this wave 2 to the top of the wave 3, we can see that 50% Fibonacci is sitting at 47,400 to 500 range, depending on the low here. If you do count this as a triangle, okay, you have two pivots right there where you can take a look at Fibonacci, and it's round about the $47,400. We need to hold that range for this to be a possible fourth wave bottom, okay? Now, of course, we do have the 382. It could be a possibility that we could swing failure pattern from this low right over here. Get that liquidity and get an epic bounce. You need to check the reaction. You need to check here if the price is going to manage to wick back above the level, and then obviously I would be looking here for a significant rise. If you continue trading beneath this level, there'll be no longs to be taken on my side, okay? Or depending on the reaction on those certain levels. Now, if we do analyze here the local situation, for me, it's going to be pretty simple. From this move to the downside, we do have, okay, a nice daily naked point of control. Looking at the session volume profile, we can see here how yesterday we did form that high volume node sitting at $41,600 range. If we do take a look at the latest drop here in between yesterday and today, from the peak high to the peak low, we can see that 618 Fibonacci is sitting at $41,600 range. So a flip here of this level of resistance. No doubt that this level could actually reject and we can continue to the downside. However, if volume starts kicking in here with the price action and we break through, we are likely to flip that level as support and go to higher levels, potentially to claim here a new high. Now, that is the major level of resistance. Of course, this level, if we start consolidating and creating those double top scenarios on the lower time frames, it's going to be a level where the price will reject and likely come down to test the lows, okay? We need to wait patiently on how that level is reacting on the lower time frames, because if you do know where the price is going in the next coming hours, please let me know in the comment section. We'll analyze that scenario. Now, take a look at Ethereum right away. We have the price action getting above this week the 50% Fibonacci retracement from the all-time high to the low here created in June of 2022. You can see that 50% Fibonacci, $2,880. This week, we are trading above that level. If we were to close on Sunday, this weekly candle above 50% Fibonacci, we have high probability that the price will continue to the upside, this uptrend, okay, to the 61865 zone, which is sitting at $3,400. That is where we do have the value area high on Coinbase, and we have a high right over here. Very similar to Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin rallied during the last few weeks. Now it is time for Ethereum because we have that speculation of a possible approval in May. And we need 2-3 months here of possible momentum to the upside, making the price of Ethereum to pump several $100s. So any pullbacks from here, in my opinion, if we were not to close this weekly candle above 50% in the next coming days and get that pullback, of course, we do have the highs created on the first week of January, which is sitting at $2,700, likely to see a basic resistance support flip. When we do zoom in on the daily chart, we can see this high right over here. A pullback is likely to maintain this as support and then get the rally, continuing this uptrend on Ethereum, purely based that there is going to be large investors piling up some Ethereum. When we do take a look at this chart here on Ethereum, It is very similar to Bitcoin. Bitcoin did reach the April lower high right over here, the value area high on Coinbase as well, okay, which was sitting at $48,000. When we do zoom out here on Bitcoin and we analyze that situation, the 618 Fibonacci from all-time high to the low and the value area high here on Coinbase. In the case of Bybit, it was the point of control of 21 and 22. You can see that high volume node sitting around about the $47,800 range. That is where we did get rejected when we had the ETF approval at the 618, but it was maintaining above the 50% Fibonacci, as you can see, and bang, we had that momentum to the upside. This is why I think obviously Ethereum lags behind Bitcoin. First goes Bitcoin, then goes Ethereum. So far, so good. We have high probability that Ethereum will get that leg up here in the next couple of weeks, up to $3,400 range. Now let's take a look at the liquidity here for Bitcoin. Like I explained, if we were to see that possible ABC scenario, zooming in on the lower time frames, where we are going to see that movement to the downside to claim liquidity beneath $50,600. This is why we do have that possibility of this being a fake out. If we get that choppiness, we're just going to come down to claim that liquidity that is building up here, just round about the $50,500. Could we get that leg down, claim the liquidity, and possibly create that fake out? This is going to be a great longing opportunity if we get the price action getting about above the lows of $50,700 to get that final rise to claim the highs again, guys. I know price looks bearish. I know price looks here very bearish with this possible double top. And if we do break down, nobody wants to attempt a long position because we could get that waterfall. This is why it is incredibly important to get the reaction at the very low $50,000 range. Let's take a look at a bit of news here going on. Of course, we do have the possible deadline of an Ethereum ETF in May of this year. We do have also Reddit says they invested excess cash into Bitcoin and Ethereum and may continue to do so. I think they will likely buy more Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course, in the next coming weeks and months. Just in, Nigeria blocks access to following crypto exchanges: Kraken, Binance, and Coinbase. So there is a little bit there of concern about using crypto in Nigeria. I thought Nigeria was actually really crypto friendly during the last few years, but apparently right now they are blocking a few exchanges. Rumor: BlackRock, Fidelity are buying millions worth of Ethereum before the Ethereum ETF approval. Now, of course, they are buying right now. BlackRock, Fidelity, we got a possible approval in May, potentially not. It might extend to June because we have other deadlines here. We have in June, we have in July. There are a lot of Ethereum ETFs here from BlackRock, Fidelity, 21 Shares, Ashdex, Grayscale. So you know the deal. Buy the rumor, sell the news. The news is coming out in May, so likely that we're going to see that push on Ethereum. Bitcoin hits all-time high in 15 countries. We have multiple countries: Argentina, Egypt, Ghana, Japan, Laos, Lebanon. A lot of them are just absolutely breaking all-time high during the last few weeks, guys. Which is going to be the next country? Let me know in the comment section. Taking a look at the next scenario here, the miners, Bitcoin miners have been the most aggressive sellers in 2024 and likely the main cause of sell pressure since the ETF launch. We've actually been pumping very nicely except for the actual ETF approval here, the second week of January, where we did get that major pullback. We can see here how miners have been unloading some Bitcoin here with this uptrend. Of course, that is because they need to take profit, they need to pay electric bills, and they want to get better equipment to mine more Bitcoin here before the halving. Legends, thank you very much for joining. Remember, you got those best deals down below for Bybit, my #1 crypto trading platform. Also for 𝗬𝗫𝘃. If you want to learn how to trade on Bybit, check out the tutorial right now so you can learn right away. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.